Good afternoon, everyone. We'll call the meeting to order. The time is now 4:16. As a reminder, please note the board meetings are being recorded for the convenience of those unable to attend this video conference. A recording and closed captioning will be posted to the BERS YouTube channel following the. Samantha, please call the roll.
Adriana Alessia. Deborah Altman.
Present.
Karina Apollon.
Present.
Phoebe Sade Arnold. Shirley Oban.
She's online.
Aaron Bogad. Joseph Borelli.
Present.
Camille Casaretti.
Present.
Jonathan Collins. Marjorie Dienstad. Amy Fair. Gregory Faulkner.
Present.
Anita Garcia.
Present.
Anthony Giordano.
Present.
Dr. Angela Green.
Present.
David Hassan.
Present.
Alice Ho.
Present.
Rima Izquierdo. Yadira Jimenez.
I think Rima's online. She told me she was.
I don't see her.
Yep.
So we have
scroll down.
else online, please respond to the roll call. They don't respond. I would
Then they're
want
not
to-
here, yeah.
Yeah.
Anita's on.
Raji Hannah Jones.
He's arriving late.
Donald Nesbitt.
Present.
Sharon Odlin.
Present.
Alan Ong. Linda Parsons.
Online.
Keisha Sapp.
Present.
Frank Cirabella. Amy Slatter.
Present.
Question. Speaking today, Arnold's no longer in the town. I don't know if she's affecting quorum. When you call her name.
No, she's not.
She's not?
Not if she's not
She's not
present.
counted towards the total.
Doesn't matter. We need
Okay. Well, I didn't know if she was still added to the total.
Yeah, that's a good question.
But you called the vacancies too.
Yeah, we have to.
But then you
Get
mean
a
all the other
vacancy.
people because there's other vacancies. That's
Yeah,
just.
it's not the total.
Because I saw her name, I didn't want it to count.
On the battle.
It's not a member.
So no one.
Fix that. Follow up.
Years, she's been on for a year.
Yeah, even if they only appoint 15 people.
Samantha, we have a-
Yes.
Total number of potential, right?
It's however many seats they
We
have.
have one.
It's a amount of seats, not based on, it's just.
Tony.
One meeting.
The bylaws later. No.
So we have a quorum. The first item on the agenda for is calendar item number 1, noting the minutes of the meeting of the Board of Ed Retirement System, March 3rd, 2026. May I have a motion to consider this? Motion made by Karina.
Second.
Do we have a second? Tony Giordano.
I'm sorry.
All those in favor of approving the minutes from March 3rd, 2026, please respond if you're in favor.
In favor.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Next item on this afternoon's agenda is an update from Executive Director Sandy Rich. Sandy?
Thank you, Donald. Just a quick update on budget and headcount. We'll be presenting the fiscal 2027 budget in May for an expected vote in June. Current open headcount is 7. That is representing 2 current postings in quality assurance. We've had a little bit of problem filling RBE positions. They have a very high math and statistics requirement. We're having a hard time filling those, but the other 5 of the 7 are in member communications and operations, and those interviews have occurred and job offerings are pending. We expect to have those filled by the next board meeting. Tonight, give you some highlights of things that'll be presented before you. There's a bylaws update coming. This is a response to audit recommendation to consolidate legislative given authorities into a more comprehensive bylaws document. This is transfer of language from legislation to a document. There's no change in the governance structure or process. As a result, this is an administrative response to audit finding. There's a BERS rules and regulation change to permit TDA loan repayments via deduction from pension payroll. This provides for a more reliable and efficient process than the current payment coupon and check delivery process. Prison Divestment Authority will be voted on tonight. The Law Department, Bureau of Asset Management, and external consultant support for this vote was distributed in the board packet. This vote will authorize BAM to move forward with implementation based on trustees' directive established over the last few meetings. And then the Bureau of Asset Management will be providing updates on the annual equity plan, public fixed income plan, and climate policy and implementation updates. Just to note some opportunities for trustee education. The National Conference of Public Employee Retirement Systems National Accredited Fiduciary Program and Trustee Educational Seminar that run in parallel, May 16th to 17th, and followed by the NYCBERS Annual Conference and Exposition, May 17th and 20th. This is a good opportunity for trustee education and to meet trustees from around the country. There's a Fiduciary Investor Symposium in Boston. Fiduciary Investor Symposium is my favored investment topic conference. Very high level, very academic. It's often worth the price to go to the conference to listen to their economic commentary from Professor Kotkin from Stanford. Extraordinarily brilliant man and well spoken. And the Korea Global Summit is July 15th through 17th. I usually contrast Korea with NYCBERS. NYCBERS has thousands of people attending. Korea has 100 to 125, much more intimate and an opportunity for trustees to get to know each other from across the country. And that was about all. Anyone interested in these conferences that BERS will pay for can coordinate with Karen Wong, who can help organize conference registration. And that was it for me tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. Any questions? Seeing none. The next item on this afternoon's agenda is calendar items 2 through 17, the ordinary business of BERS. May I have a motion to consider?
So moved.
Motion made by Tony, second.
Allison.
Samantha, please tell us about the ordinary business of BERS.
These are the retirements, refunds, and death benefits process since the last time the board met.
Thank you. Any questions? We'll now go to a vote on calendar items 2 through 17 in ordinary business. If you're in favor, please state if you're in favor. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The motion carries. Yes.
Samantha, the few that we sent back for confirmation, those are removed.
And that's part of the committee recommendations. And yes, those will be removed.
Thank you.
So the next item is calendar item 18, adoption of the actuary's determination for the preliminary fiscal year 2027 employer contribution. Motion to consider, please.
So moved.
Motion made by Kareem. We have a second.
Second, Anita.
Second, Anita Garcia. We have the New York City actuary. Merrick is here to discuss this agenda item. Merrick?
Good afternoon. Happy to present the preliminary fiscal year 27 employer contribution of $305 million for the board's approval. This is from the June 30th, 2025 actuarial evaluation. There's two big things that stick out in the results for this valuation. One is the number of actives almost doubled from 24,000 to 47,000 due to the auto enrollment. The second thing that sticks out is that you are over 100% funded to the market value basis. You had $7.58 billion in actuarial accrued liabilities, $7.62 billion in market value of assets. The ratio is 100.5%. So you're the best funded of the 5 New York City systems and the only one over 100%. So even though you're overfunded, there's still unfunded liability payments scheduled from past valuations. Just because you pop up over 100% funded doesn't automatically wipe out the past payments. Page A5 in my letter shows the current schedule going forward. So for the next 4 years, you're still gonna be paying about 100 million for unfunded liabilities from prior valuations. But then you get it back. There's gonna be 700 million in credits over 9 years after that. The way the valuation.
Mind if I interrupt you for
Yeah,
just
go
a
ahead.
second? So the contributions from the city peaked at $318 million in 2018 or around there. Because 300, so we are down as an absolute dollar amount and as a percent by almost 75%. That's the cost of the city contributions. Is one of the reasons you see a lot of legislation in Albany asking for improvements in the system. We're probably one of the few municipal systems in the country, New York City, where legislation is improving position of members and not taking stuff back. Sorry, I thought I'd take that political opportunity, Mayor.
So let me just add, the way the valuation process works is it's always trying to self-correct to 100% funded. So when you're below 100% funded, you get charges that they get spread out over time to get you to 100. But now that you're above 100%, you start getting credits spread over time that they get applied to the normal cost, which is for the actives, and that kind of gets you back towards 100%. So the goal is not to become super funded. The goal is to stay at 100% funded, and it'll toggle above and below that. So in this valuation, for example, you had a $206 million gain, but that's going to be spread over as $24 million credits over the next 14 years. So as I mentioned, this is the preliminary contribution. Within the next year, before the end of fiscal year 27, we'll be back with the final contribution and ask for the board's approval for that as well. Happy to answer any questions, but if there are none, ask the board to adopt the preliminary contribution of 305 million.
Can I ask just one question? Do we expect to see a continued decline in contributions and is the cliff still there in the contribution forecast?
It's not as pronounced as you can see the graph on page A5. So you've got 2 years of $100 million payments going up towards past UAL payments, and then it just starts gradually dropping into the negative. It's not a sharp drop as like all the other systems. It's been smoothed out over various credits you've gotten in the past.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah, just for one, congratulations to staff. Is there a way that this can be spread out as good news to the media? I don't know. I'm just wondering. Who should I point to?
So there's an annual review of municipal plans in 2024, reported in 2025. We were among the 5 best funded municipal plans. That's probably cycling around. We won't see that till after many of these are reported. I don't think that number will get into the analysis for 2025, but that's, there will be some.
Will we be proactive in pushing some of this news out?
And the press office.
Man,
We
you know,
we talked about doing some press, right?
Yeah.
Some communications.
So, yeah.
Hopefully, no, this isn't the first time it's
Publicized,
been over
getting some
100%.
press.
Yeah.
So in
Being over 100%.
2021, we had a huge return. You were 120%.
Represents the investment.
Yeah.
And then it dropped to
Made
88.
public.
Yeah.
It goes up and down.
Listen, we get the bad news, so we should share the good news.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
I'll
Take
make
it how we take it.
All right.
So the last time we went to an NCBERS, one of the things they'd said about the good and the bad that comes with over 100% is a COLA adjustment. Is that something that is desired by membership at any point?
That's governed by legislation though.
It's in statute.
That's Albany.
CBA. CBA, I don't think it affects us.
Yeah, we don't.
I mean, this is just a good point of counter proactive good news that we should always take advantage of doing, that we talked about before, right?
Sometimes we get hit in the press with
Such
unfair,
negativity.
bad news,
We should be,
and they try to create a narrative as to who we are,
that's right.
and we shouldn't allow that when the story is really much different. And it creates a perception, so that I think it should be out beyond this room, the work that people are doing here. You know, and that often doesn't get.
When do you post your report? You posted a report like 3 months ago, didn't you?
the June 25 report won't get posted for another year.
Right. so
But
the
this is
20
the public document that the board has, so you
Okay, we can post it?
can post that.
Okay.
And I'll point out, it's 100% comes at a time where you doubled your active population.
Right, which
So
is
that's
no,
kind of a
no
really
mean trick.
We should know, we should know,
Good
we shouldn't just be
concept.
reactive to negative press, we should be proactive. Sandy, I want to make the point, Donald and I were just talking. I think we want to make sure that BERS is taking the opportunity to push this out. We shouldn't be just reactive to negative press, but proactive with the positive press as well. This is one of the things we talked about previously, is around the PR and the communication and the marketing opportunities for success, that we are proactive about making sure that we tell that story from this office, from BERS.
We'll post the prelim analysis and we'll put it on our website and we'll go out social media and
Yes.
But actually hit the paper, they're quick to publish stories that suggest that we're poor fiduciaries. But when there's a different narrative, we need to be the ones to put that out there. I remember very quickly reading the stories about, questioning BERS and questioning our leadership and questioning
Right.
our fiduciary, where we're carrying out our fiduciary responsibility. This is the answer to that. And I think
Even with us being focused on increasing adverse managers,
that's
we can
right.
do both and still be successful.
Be successful. It's very important that this go, even if they don't publish, we should be sending these releases.
yeah, we'll sit down with lawyers just to make sure where the line is for promotion, because at some point it becomes a political statement and staff has to be a little bit sensitive about that, I would argue.
Can the board do it? Is there something we can do?
I would suggest that before you do it, you clear, have a conversation with law department or the political.
We're taking time, and by the time we do that, it's not new news, it's not fresh news.
Oh, I can draft something. I'll draft something.
Let's,
I'll draft it. Yep.
They don't have those considerations when they want to attack us. That'll go out the next day.
Good guys.
Can't hear you on, they can't hear us online.
Oh, I can try to check that out.
Maybe we can reach out to New York Post.
I could hear you. Oh, okay, well, you weren't the one that wrote.
Let the record reflect that Raji Hannah Jones has joined us. Any questions? Any further questions from Eric? Seeing none, let's go to a vote. On this, all those in favor of approving calendar item number 18, the adoption of the actual determination for preliminary fiscal year 2027 employee contributions, please indicate if you're in favor. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Next calendar item is calendar item number 19, adoption of the Disability Committee's recommendation. May we have a motion to consider? Motion, Kareem Holland. Second, Tony Giordano. Deputy Director, Member Services. Dallas is present. Dallas, please tell us about this. Dallas, Charles, you there? I see him. Dallas?
You can't.
On mute, Dallas.
Are you guys able to hear Salute by chance?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to pass a note that a few people, not everyone in BAM is having tech issues, and I just noticed this little bit of pause with Dallas, so I just want to make a point of that.
We haven't heard Dallas at all yet.
If you have a problem, can you unmute him?
Who do I need to unmute?
Dallas?
Dallas.
He just says that he's already muted. Oh,
Unmuted, yeah, I'm gonna unmute him.
I can't, I made something at his end.
There
Yeah, that's something.
you go.
No, he has to unmute. Because I'm requesting unmute. You may have to do it at his end.
I don't understand what happened. It's not just burst.
Said it's not letting him.
Actually, some people.
It's not letting him unmute.
He
He's not
just has
able.
a brand new system. He can't get it.
Is that Bert's?
He's not able to
Why
unmute.
don't we move on?
Doesn't allow it.
I suggest we move on.
And actually, Controller's Office is having an issue joining. I just resent them the invitation.
Okay, well,
Yeah. I'll get a, tell him next thing is.
It's not gonna work.
I don't want.
Used to be every meeting. City. We spent. We spent 80.
Yeah.
Good, I'm good, guys. Good afternoon, everyone.
All right, Alice.
Alice.
Good afternoon. For the Disability Committee, meeting held on April 14th, 2026. Disability Committee reviewed 12 applications for disability retirement. And the Disability Committee has recommendations for the Board of Trustees regarding 9 applications.
Yep.
All those, let's go to a vote. Disability, thank you, Dallas. All those in favor of approving calendar item number 19,
Maybe it's over there.
please indicate if you're in favor.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Could you pass that stuff?
Any abstentions? Motion carries. Next item for this afternoon's meeting is in attorney-client session. Karen, please turn off the recording. And anyone who is not a trustee, a trustee,
Yep.
yes.
thanks.
So, yes, the next item on the agenda is calendar item number 20, adoption of the various bylaws. And we have a motion to consider. Motion, Karina Pound, second. Second, Frank Sambella. Samantha is here to discuss this item.
Really, I'm here to answer any questions. Sandy already explained this is, not new information. It's just a consolidation of different powers granted through different legislative or rules and regulation documents that we've now incorporated into one concise outline. So if there's any questions, I'm happy to respond.
Any questions?
So do I understand this is gonna be folded into the bylaws of BERS?
The amended bylaws have now incorporated all of that within the bylaws itself.
This was a audit recommendation so that we had one centralized location for all our rules and regs so that we didn't have to refer to legislation or consolidation
I
documents.
just sort of. Is it like there's a bylaw document? That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It was sent out to everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
For coordination of putting everything in one bylaw. All the things we've been doing from different places, just
Yeah.
brings it all together.
It doesn't change any of the governance, rules, regulations, or processes. It just puts it all in one paper, one document.
Been online, right? That'll be updated very soon.
Oh, yeah.
We sent it out to everybody.
I have sort of just like a technical question because the way we received the draft, there's no date on it and signatures. Like, what does that look like as a final document?
The resolution will document.
Okay, so that all of that's there. And then this, like, this other bylaws are public
Yes.
with the resolution.
The resolution isn't offered, but it is available to the public if they request it.
I guess we're just trying to figure out, like, how does the public know when the most recent update of the bylaws occurred?
It's upon request. I don't think this is something we brought.
Okay. Thank you.
Set on. Last bylaw set it as online, set it as a.
Any other questions? Being none, let's go to the vote. All those in favor of approving calendar item number 20, adoption of the proposed bylaws, please indicate if you're in favor.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Any abstention? Motion carries. Next calendar item is calendar item number 21, recommendation to amend Appendix A of the BERS rules and regulations to permit repayment of TDA loans via deductions for pension payroll. From pension payroll. We should go into attorney-client for this item. Do I have a motion to go into attorney-client? Motion,
Second.
Rena Collins, second, Tony Giordano. Karen? Please, the camera.
Hold up in the waiting room or put back in.
People in the waiting room or the whatever that.
Are we back in regular session?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, we are back in regular
I'm
session.
just gonna tell my folks to.
To get on.
I'm confused about how bad the creation is.
Yeah. Thinking about that.
We did have a small. Playing chess.
We have a vote.
Check this out.
But these,
We have a vote. Take it the declaration, we're on.
There's a trail coming from it. Need an apple bomb?
We need a motion to go back into public session.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Greg, second by Kareem. All of the favor of going back into public session.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions, the motion carries. We're now back in public session. Just want to note for the record, Controller Levine was trying to get on to say hello to the board members, but there were some technical issues, and so we'll arrange for a future date for the New York City Controller to get on. Next item is calendar item number 22, authorization to the Controller of the City of New York to divest from for-profit prison companies. May we have a motion to consider? So moved. Motion made by Greg. Do we have a second?
Second. Rodney, second.
Second, Faraji, second. Let's get some new people.
Exactly. Important topic.
Sandy, please tell us more about this.
Yes, so as I indicated in my intro remarks, the prison divestment resolution, which has been batted around a bit over the last few months by trustees. And remember, we were awaiting a law department opinion, a BAM analysis, and analysis from our consultant. We've gotten all those documents. They were shared in the board packet. The resolution directs BAM to execute the divestment as the trustees have requested in all forms. And we await a vote to execute. And as far as I can tell, there is no difference between the resolution as drafted and the multiple conversations that occurred, although not all the conversations were recorded.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy. Any,
I'd like to move that the resolution be adopted by unanimous consent. I mean, I think we all agree.
Second.
Second.
second?
The extension, Nicole.
Any abstentions?
No.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Model of, thank you.
And thank BAM and thank everybody, because I think this is
Two
an
items in the
important
press release.
statement on our behalf. Let me resume, let me go back to, can we also see that the press release would go out? That this board has taken this position. I think it's important since we're all made up of, members of the New York City Board of Education. That we have that dual role, that we've taken a position in opposition to incarceration of our community.
I'd also like to say there was a question of whether this could be co-sponsored. And after reviewing our rules and regs and our bylaws, there is nothing standing in your way to co-sponsor it. So Anika has prepared the list of anyone who had previously requested to be a co-sponsor. we can open that back up.
Yeah.
And anyone who would like their name added to the list, we can put you on before this is finalized.
It's a good
Thank you.
news day.
What names are on it right now?
It's it's on. Would you like me to read it
You're on
off?
there, Deb.
Gregory Faulkner is the sponsor, co-sponsored, and we just put it in alphabetical order. Adriana Alicia, Deborah Altman, Shirley Alban, Camille Casaretti, Amy Fair, Yadira Jimenez, Dr. Sharon Odwin, Renita Parsons, and Mahisha Sapp.
Giordano as well.
You don't,
Garcia.
okay, and Nico will. Anyone else?
Greens.
Is
everybody-
everyone?
Does anyone not
it?
want to be on it?
That's what I.
That's present.
We all want to be on.
Great.
That cover those that are not here?
Anyone online?
guess we go-
Shirley.
We could send an email and ask any panel members who aren't here, who did not, who wish to, that they should contact you.
Okay.
Already on the list.
Chris said yes.
Or Rima's on.
Recirculate the resolution itself and request.
Okay, that would help. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing all this work.
I guess
And thank you,
Maisha
and
too.
thank you to Corp Law too,
Yeah.
for doing the due diligence.
Counsel, thank you.
Corp Counsel, thank you.
Whose office, thank you.
Next item on the agenda.
He did it for me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Donald. I want, can I just say something about I had a question about, Segal and, something about, if you, okay, how does this work? It was mentioned that the Board of Trustees periodically on an annual basis review the cumulative impact of all divested securities on the portfolio. As such a review would allow the board to assess the actual cost, performance implications of divestment decisions based on a realized return over time.
That, if I understand correctly, that's already been done. That was done to allow us to say that there really isn't any real impact.
That was
Am I
the
right?
opinion of,
That was the opinion.
the Bureau did that analysis and that was their opinion. It was immaterial to the returns. That's not the right word. What is the right word? That's de minimis impact, yes. And
Yeah.
Mahisha, I'm not sure I'm correcting you, but I believe what they do annually is report out on the policy impact and ask whether the policy is still valid and whether we wanted to revisit the policy. I do not believe they do an annual return impact when they report out.
With the minimum.
Yeah, I don't think they do a report out on that though.
If it's the minutes, it's in the report.
Right.
But Dan Hostler's a regular on overall divestment for us on an annual basis.
Yeah, but I don't recall him reporting out an impact on performance statistic. Vanessa, please.
I don't think that in the past they reported out on performance statistics, but I think that going forward, they can do the tracking error to see what's the impact on the tracking error, given that, the amount, the companies represent a certain percentage of the overall universe where BERS is allowed to, could invest, but you're exiting out and you're saying, we cannot invest in this company. So they can say the tracking error is, I'm gonna make up a number, 1 basis points, 2 basis points going forward basis, because the markets continue to grow and the markets continue to change. And we don't know if today, one company is immaterial, tomorrow it could be a larger percentage of that index. But we don't know that today.
Okay, because what I saw, and I love my civilian air because it has to process what that actually means. I saw an annual meeting and it was, this is what we lost when we divest from here, almost like in a few years or so, you can jump back in and decide that you're gonna start reinvesting in the prison system. That's what I saw. So it's always on the table. So if you're playing cards, there are cards where like, you can keep that. I wanted to go in the, you can keep that pile. We're not even messing with it because there's a tremendous amount of things that are in this ecosystem that I think, you know, keeping in mind fiduciary duties that are just, you know, bordering not good. And we have to really start looking at the implications, even indicating that this is still gonna be on the table for the future in any part of the economic factors of this, of the prison system in school. So I needed to know what that looked like.
Well, you also wanna do an annual review because there may be new companies that you wanna add that are not there today. Or there could be mergers of companies, right? There could be an acquisition and you wanna make sure, because you're divesting with a specific name, that's who you're telling the managers to divest in, but tomorrow there could be a mergers of different companies and you can create a different name that is
Right.
not there. So if you're not reviewing it every year, you may miss something in that review going forward.
Right, so are we still doing the side panel, folks, where we are looking at the companies that were no longer working with companies that are working with the prison system? Is that still gonna be facing, sorry, I have like website eyes right now. To the side, do we have any instruction that says we're not going to get engaged with companies that are investing with the prison systems? Are we still doing that? Did I hear that right?
So right now, the divest is on the names that you have right now that have zero revenue. Right? Because we eliminated the 20% revenue threshold that you had before. So now that list got expanded from 2 to, to include not just US, but also global companies. So in the future, every year, when you run the analysis again, you may have more companies or less companies based on what the analysis is in the future.
Right.
Today, we can't assess what's gonna happen next year. There could be new entrants into the prison market that the analysis can provide you that information.
Right, is that your job
No,
to?
that is what BAM does in their annual, they do it for prison, they do it actually, they do it across all the divestments that the system has in the IPS. So it's one report that they do annually, and they go through every single divestment that the board has approved.
My question,
Thank you.
are existing managers, given the note that we've taken this position, and does that go out to new managers? Is it part of side letters for new managers?
Can you repeat that question?
John?
The question is, will this notice go out to our existing managers that we have taken this position? And will it go out to any new managers potentially in side letters?
The
But
way
also the
that-
question about consultant is
So-
aware of
so
that.
the way that
That's
it
part
works
of the
is-
diligence.
Yeah, so every time you take any action that impacts the investments, it gets put into the broader list of divestment initiatives, prohibitions, any of that stuff. And even if the city were to pass some rule that had to get incorporated in that, that all goes out to the investment managers. The reason that we look at it holistically is a lot of little things over time can become very big things, right? So this is a relatively de minimis decision. However, if you were to do 100 of those, now you've made 4% of the portfolio that you've impacted. So that's really why the team is constantly looking at the list at least annually to notify managers of changes. Managers, I think you made the reference, get bought and sold all the time. They sell off the businesses that are the bad actors, and they're still left with maybe they split out the thing that was the problem, but kept the core business, right? So this is a way of making sure that keeps getting refreshed, and then over time, making sure that we're protecting the fund from inadvertently counting out companies that are good actors in the space or have redeemed themselves by getting rid of the components that made them problematic. And providing the list so that your portfolio is continuously moving and that it's being watched. So that this year, it's whatever number of firms. If 7 more firms enter this business next year, we've now captured them. If we don't look at the list, we may never capture them. So that's why we're always constantly looking and making sure, and if it creeps up to a level that's really problematic, then we know that over time, we come back to the board and say, hey, we need to refine the way that we're saying this because we're not capturing these bad actors or, you know, for lack of a better definition. So that's kind of the rationale here. But the list does go out every year periodically. It gets renewed, it gets reviewed all the time. Hope that's helpful.
Thank you, John.
Hopefully the controller will look at this and where those areas where he has discretion. And we use this as a model.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, yes, obvious. I mean, any decision that the boards make is always captured, and there's a broader prohibition on for-profit prisons that already exist in the private realm, so that this would already have been contemplated. But again, it's important that the board make the teams aware that these things are still important, because over time, you want to make sure as personnel changes that people know that these things are still a concern. They should be looking at them. So I don't see any downside. How about that?
So we lost Mark Levine?
He couldn't get on.
I had a question to ask from last time when they said he was gonna be here, so I have my set of questions, so should I hold to the next board?
So he's here, yes.
I'm gonna call this one.
Next item on the agenda is calendar item number 23. 2026 Public Equity Annual Plan and Diversity Statistics. May we have a motion to discuss?
Session.
Motion to discuss?
So move.
Motion made by Green.
You have to go to executive session. Let's go to executive session.
Okay.
Who second? I'm sorry.
First, we need a motion to go into executive session. Motion made by.
Second.
Second by Greg. Kareem, Mr. Karen, please sign up the recording. Update, motion to discuss this. Made by Kareem, second by Anita. John Adler from the New York City Controller's Office is here. John?
There's a couple others from the same team that are joining.
Filled it out.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, can you see the screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right, great. My name is Nina Chen. Good afternoon. I'm the Senior Climate Finance Officer reporting to John Adler. My job is all things climate related, including implementing your net zero plan. Today, the ESG team is going to present the annual climate report for fiscal year 2025. This is the third year we have done the report since the plan were.
Excuse me, can we pause for a second? Apologies, this is supposed to be an executive session. So we should go back into executive session. Apologies for the rush. I didn't realize we had that.
Yeah.
I motion we'll go back to executive session.
Moved. Motion made by Kareem, second by Tony. All those in favor of going back into executive session?
Aye.
Any opposed?